Hey guys, Tapdawg here with Little Alchemist Helper. Today I am actually reviewing the Slumber pack. If you didn't know, I've reviewed the Scheming pack before. I'll put a link in the description down below. And actually, Mr. Anderstam has reviewed Slumber pack, and I'll put a link to his review in the comments below as well. But I wanted to review it for a couple reasons. One, I just want to review every pack. That way I know what's in it, what the good cards are, what the bad cards are. It helps me. All right, so second is when I was reviewing the Slumber pack on my own and trying to decide if I wanted to make this video, I decided that, I found out that we actually had some errors in the Andersam optimizer for specifically the Slumber pack, and only the Slumber pack. I've looked through it, doesn't seem like anything else is messed up, but the Slumber pack was messed up for its cards, and the reason why is because it actually came out twice. The first time this pack came out, it had different cards with different stats, and then the second time when they came out, they changed the cards. So because of that, the optimizer's data was never actually changed. And so it does make a slight change to my rankings on the gold combo card, and we'll talk about that as we get through this. But because of that, I wanted to give you the most up-to-date information. So yeah, with that being said, let us jump into this. I'm going to put up on the screen the gold combo card from Slumber Pack, which is Sleep. Makes sense. Sleep here was a 1-star, and it had 95 combos. 1 bronze, 1 silver, 48 gold, 45 diamond, and that's all still true. It's also 17-16 when it gets fully leveled up. But what we didn't know is some of the combos that we had written down before were incorrectly tabulated, and so they weren't actually showing as good combos. So I want to actually talk about all of these good combos it makes, because there actually are quite a few, and I think because of the combos that it does make, it might get bumped up by 1 or 2 stars. So I'd say maybe a 2, 2.5, maybe even a 3 in some cases. But let's go through those cards. So the first card that Sleep makes that is a good combo, and these are going to be Onyx combos. You have to remember that this is the best of the best combos it has. And so that's going to be Hibernation, which when it's fully leveled up would be a 28-38, and that's actually the best total stat card it has. And that's when it's comboed with Bear Onyx. It makes Hibernation 28-38. Then just slightly below that, in an actual usable combo that you'd want to have in your arena, is going to be Nightmare Stalker, which when it's fully leveled up is a 38 attack, 27 defense. That's actually a really great combo. And Nightmare Stalker can be comboed with Sleep with Death, Fire, or Sword Onyx. So there's quite a few good options there for your deck. Then another 18-7 card is actually Sleepwalker, which shows us 15-4 here, but it actually becomes a 38-27 when it gets comboed with a Onyx card. And so that is Sleepwalker, and that becomes 38-27 when it combos with Human or Undead Onyx. A couple more good combos it has. It has a lot of these good combos, like I was saying. Clown Toxin here is a 37-28, and that's with Rainbow Onyx. Then we go down to kind of a little bit, not as good, but there's still 65 total combos, and that's the 35-30. So there's Demon Queen, which is with Bat, Demon, or Vampire Onyx. Then there's Hacker Hero, again a 35-30, with Knight, Sci-Fi, or Superhero Onyx. And then finally there is Smug, which is with Dragon or Wings Onyx. And all three of those, like I said, are 35-30s when you combo them with the Onyx card. And then my personal favorite of all of these is the Glass Cannon card. You know I love my Glass Cannons. And that's Shadow People. And this is a 40-23, and that's with Void Onyx. So, again, those are the best Onyx combos, meaning you have to have an Onyx combo card in order to make those really good combos. But here's the best non-Onyx combo cards for this card. Nightmare Stalker, once again, but instead of being 38-27, it's only 33-22. So you can see there's a huge drop when you don't have the Onyx cards. But that's with Death, Destruction, Fire, Halloween, Immortality, Sword, or Villain. So a lot of different cards make that combo. It's one of the larger combo amounts that we've got in the game. Also, there's Sugar Demons, which is also a 3322, and that's just with one card, Sweets. And then, very close card, 3223 instead of a 3322. That's Clown Toxin, and that combos with Madness or Rainbow with Sleep. And then the final good card that's non-Onyx is going to be Smug again, and that's with Dragon, Wealth, or Wings. So, again, those are all kind of the best combos, and because of that, because we were able to find these combos that we didn't see before, instead of this being a 1-star, I would say it might be a 2, potentially a 3, depending on the cards you have in your deck. But probably a solid 2 in my book, 2.5, somewhere in there. But let's go over to the Onyx combo card, take a look at that. And unfortunately, it is Bat, which is a 1-star Onyx combo card. And there's a good reason for that. It does not have that many combos, and the combos it makes aren't that great. It has 81 combos. 18 are normally bronze, 6 of them are silver, 38 are normally gold, and only 19 are diamond. When it's fully leveled up, it's 24-23. Now remember, since this is an Onyx card, all of its combos will be either Onyx or diamond. So even though it's got a lot of bronze, silver, and gold combos, they'll all be really diamond combos or Onyx. So the best Onyx combos it makes is actually going to be with Space Moth, which is a 37-34 when you combo Bat Onyx with Insect or Space Onyx. Either of those Onyxes there. Then you also have the Vamp Crunch, which is a 36-32, and that's with Food Onyx. And then finally there is the 33-33 Were-Vamp, and that's with Werewolf Onyx. So those are kind of the best ones. The only one that's really a standout is that first one, Space Moth, because that's a 71. Anything above 70 is absolutely incredible. You got Vamp Crunch, which is a 68, and Were-Vamp is 66. So you can see it drops off quickly. And then below that, there's a whole lot more, but they're all really low quality. Now, let's talk about the best non-Onyx combos. Usually these ones you can get about 65 or so, 66, and then most of them are in the 50s, though. But the first one of the best non-Onyx combos is going to be Vampire Killer, which is a 36-30, and that's comboed with Relic. Then there's the Nosferatu Duck, or however you say that, Nosferatu Duck, and that's a 35-31 with Bird. Then you have Glass Cannon here, 39-26 Vampire Coven, and that's with the Multiples card. You have Vampire Assassin, which is a 37-28, which is also a pretty nice Glass Cannon too, but that's with the Chosen One. And then you have Vampiric Gargoyle, and that's a 37-28 with Horn. Then you get to the ones that are kind of pretty decent combos. It's going to be the Demon Queen, which we talked about before with Sleep. And this one is a 35-30, combos with Arcade, Beauty, Royalty, or Sleep. So there are a couple different options there for Demon Queen. And then finally, there is Space Moth, the normal one, Diamond version, which is a 34-31. And that's comboed with Destruction, Extraterrestrial, Giant, Insect, and Space. And I gave you guys all of these because pretty much any other combos it makes are really sub-poor, not good. And so you'll also notice outside of those last two, Demon Queen and Space Moth, all the rest of these only had like one card, maybe two cards that it combos with. So Bat, again, just does not have enough combos to justify it being better than a 1-star, unfortunately. If you get it and you don't have any other Onyx combos, it can still work with your deck. Obviously, there's quite a few cards that everyone has, Space and Food. You probably have maybe one or two other of those cards, maybe an Insect or Werewolf. So there are some cards you'll be able to make, but definitely not as good and flexible as some of the other Onyx combo cards. But with that being said, I do want to look at the Diamond Final Form cards as well. Some of these are real stinkers. Most of them are actually useful in Heroics or Arena, but we'll look at the first one, which is a stinker. For some ways, you can still use it in Heroics, but this is Hypnotic Singer, and it becomes a 33-20 curse card. I'm not a big fan of curse cards, you guys know. So this one I would just put into my heroics if I got it. That's actually a pretty decent one. It's similar to the Shifting Mutant for just a turn to damage with. But again, I don't really see a need for curse cards currently, so I would not fuse it. Then you've got Rip Van Winkle, which this is one of the cards that got changed. Pretty much all of the Diamond Final Form cards got changed in one way or another, either their attack or defense. But this one is a 30-25 Crushing Blow. Because it's only 30, this is actually the best Crushing Blow of the Diamond Final Forms, but this might be an entry level for Arena, but I would stick to Heroics with this card. And you could choose to fuse it if you wanted to for Heroics. Then you've got Mr. Sandman, which I think should have been a protection card, but it was already in the game as a Crushing Blow card when they changed it to be defense focused, so they kept it as a Crushing Blow card, and this is a 22-32 Crushing Blow. One of the worst Crushing Blows you'll find in game. That's a Diamond form. I would say I personally would probably dust this because it's not worth that much defense if you had it in Heroics. In just my mindset, I would rather have another card in Heroics than that one. But you could probably throw it into Heroics if you wanted to. Then you've got a Pokemon, Snorlax, the Snoring Monster here with his candy corn horns. And this is another Crushing Blow. This is a 29-26. Again, it's just one attack less, but one defense more than Rip Van Winkle. Unfortunately, I wouldn't probably use this in Arena. I'd probably save it for Heroics, and you can choose if you want to fuse it or not there. Then we get to the best card in this pack. That is Nightmare Stalker. It is a 34-23 Critical Strike. This is one of the top 5 Critical Strike cards in the game. If you are needing a Critical Strike card, this is one that you could potentially go after, with the caveat knowing that pretty much every other card is not that great to use from this pack. This is the one that you can get if you're in need of a Critical Strike for your Arena. However, Scheming is in the shop right now, and I would recommend if you need a Critical Strike, go for that pack instead. This one has Nightmare Stalker, which is great, but the other one with Poisonous Prince is even better. All right, next card is going to be Catnap, which is also a Critical Strike. It's a 32-24. This is a good entry-level Arena Critical Strike if you don't have one. So you do have 2 decent options for Critical Strikes in this pack, which is nice. I'd like to see the defense one more up, or the attack obviously one more up, but it's a good entry level for Arena, and obviously you can use it in Heroics too. And then the last Diamond Final Form in this pack is going to be Cryo Sleep, and this is also a Critical Strike, but it's 31-25, so you get 1 extra defense, but you lose 1 attack. And I would say if you don't have any other Critical Strikes, you could probably use that in Arena, but I would probably just have it in my Heroics myself. Now let's move on to the gold Final Form cards. Start with Sleepwalker here. This is actually a pretty decent Absorb card. It's a 27-16. I think it'd be a good one to fuse up and throw into your Heroics if you're in need of Absorb cards. There's obviously a little bit low defense there with it being 16, but I think you would be able to get away with some good turns because of the 27 attack there, that this could be useful in Heroics. It might bite you in the butt and you have a 25 attack turn on you and you lose more health than you gain, but I think it's worthy enough to be put into the Heroics fused. Then you have the Awakener, which you've got the red pill and the blue pill there from the Matrix. This is supposed to be Morpheus. This is a 12-28 protection card. I think you could add this to your Heroics if you leveled it up once. I mean, you could probably keep it at the 16. You might get damaged a little bit. But if you level it up once, it's not too much dust, and I think it brings the defense up to 19. So it could be useful in that sense. Then you've got Sleeping Princess, which is a curse card that's 16-23. And this is beautiful 8 dust for you. That's all I have to say. Then you've got the Tranquilizer Dart. I just love that photo of the sleeping rhino. This is a 2517 Crushing Blow card. I think this could be good as an entry-level Crushing Blow if you needed it for your arena. Obviously, I prefer Diamond Final Form cards, but some people, they need more. So this could be a good entry-level one for you. Or you could put it in your heroics, either fused or unfused. After this, a card that looked really promising when I first saw it. 17-0 is always a good sign. Unfortunately, it's a curse card, so it becomes 29-12. So you could probably throw it in your heroics. I would dust this card, just because I don't see a very good use for it. Then you have Hibernation. This is similar to the Awakener, where you could probably add this to your heroics if you leveled it up once. You could go all the way up if you really wanted to, but I don't think it's worth the dust to do more than just one level for it and make it a stall turn in your deck. And then the final card, which I don't even know how this one is in this pack, is Cthulhu, which is not even a full-powered card. It's a weaken. So instead of being a curse, which takes away all of your opponent's attack, it's a weaken, so it only takes away half the attack. And this is the 1922. I would dust this card immediately. So again, that's kind of all of the cards in this pack. Your good cards are going to be obviously the Nightmare Stalker. That's one that if you get, you can use it in your arena right away. Catnap could be usable in the arena as well, because that's a 32-24. Although obviously you want the Nightmare Stalker more than Catnap. I've got a fly on my head, guys. I told you that fly won't stop bothering me. The Onyx combo card is trash. The Sleep card is better than I thought, but it's still kind of a lower quality combo card. So really, if you're buying this pack, you are buying it for Nightmare Stalker. Maybe you're a collector. But that's typically what I would recommend. One other comment, since the optimizer was actually messed up, I went ahead and updated it. So now there is a new version on the Discord. All it changed was the Slumber pack combo cards. The final forms, there was a couple of issues with this specific card. So if you have the Sleep card, you might want to download the new version of the optimizer I put up in our Discord. So that way you can rerun it to see if that affected the card enough for you to be able to add it to your deck. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hopefully will see you on my Twitch real soon. There will be a link in the description. But with that being said, take care.